Hey there, fellow Europans. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Stationeers Europa, episode 15. Alright, so this can of oxygen slaps in there. This is when you start running the risk of blowing yourself up, by the way. Just to let you know, is when you start to do pressure regulation and all that. And Mock, by the way, thank you for the resub. And Shake and Bake too. So let's keep pulling oxygen from outside, because we're going to run out of it. And we'll keep the heater on as long as my power looks okay. So this is basically all that I need for the oxygen system. And in order to automate this, what I could do is I could grab data from the oxygen tank here, and I should label this as oxygen. I'm just going to call it tank. Carbon dioxide tank. Oxygen tank. Water tank. Yeah, I did have my insulated water tank just like uninsulate itself. That's pretty funny. Yep, so that's going to go up to 9 MPa, which is 10 is the max of the canister. So it's just shy of max. Actually, I'm going to go to 8K. Give it more wiggle room. In case the base gets warmer. So the thing is, as things heat up, they expand, right? Like, it's just kind of how it works. So if I brought it to, let's say, 9K and the base heated up a lot, it could expand the tank and go kablooey. So it's good to not push it to its close to its maximum pressure. So what we'll see is this should stop at 8. And there it is, stopped at 8. So I can turn off the pressure regulator and swap my tank. So now I have this canister of pure oxygen. Pure 10 degrees oxygen. And then I can turn this regulator on again, and it will fill the next tank full of oxygen, ready to be swapped. And yeah, I keep missing the my puppy treat and alerts. Hi, buddy. Alright, so there we go. I'm going to turn this off for now so it doesn't require any power or anything. I'm going to give you the opportunity to automate it later. So then we have the carbon dioxide. So the carbon dioxide is sort of going to be like this system, but backwards. Because what I want to do is I want to store the carbon dioxide that is in my waste tank. But my waste tank is actually not going to be pure carbon dioxide, so we're going to have to filter it, right? So this is 33% CO2 that was my, outgas breath or whatever. But then the rest of it is just oxygen that was in my suit that was not the correct temperature, so it got dumped to the waste tank. The Yoda Cam Redeem is not working? Oh. Really? It should be. Because I had to run an errand right before the stream. That might be the problem. So for this, I'm going to have to cut these cables because they're going to be in the way. I should have thought about that. Oh, you know what? I just committed a big sin here. Which I'll explain in just a second. I combined two battery networks that should be kept separate. So I'm going to have to fix some things. So this logic network was on this kit battery. And this cable is obviously on that kit battery. And I don't want to combine the two. And I just... by making those cables, I combine the two. So this here needs to go around it. I don't really care about painting it different colors. Like, that's just more effort than I'm going to expend. And Driftmod, thank you for gifting out subs. There we go. Just avoid it. I'm going to put the air conditioner on the data network too, in case I want to grab data from it. I'll also put the data of this oxygen tank on the same network so I can grab its information as well. And hook up the pipe heater as well, so I can use logic to control these things if I so choose. Keeping in mind that the more logic that I add, the more power that we require. The more power that I require, the more I'm going to just have to continually expand the power grid. It's fine if that's what you want. Let's put these away. Oh, they weren't the same type. There we go. So, this atmospherics here is going to be a filtration unit. What I'm going to do with this is going to be a little different and a little stranger. So the input here is going to be the canister holder, just like that, so that I can dump my waste tank into it. And then the filtered is going to be for carbon dioxide only. So that's going to go into the carbon dioxide holding tank. I don't think I'm going to make sure that that's the correct temperature. I don't really care. And then the waste tank, the unfiltered stuff, is going to be what isn't carbon dioxide, and I'm actually just going to dump that to the base. Because nothing in my waste tank is going to be a problem to introduce to the base, because my waste filters here are just for carbon dioxide. So it's an odd system that you should absolutely not build on any other planets, because it will get you killed. But on this planet, it should be fine. So we're going to do a canister storage. And then I'm going to want like a volume pump or something like that. Or actually, the filter will just filter without having to pump it. So I don't really need a volume pump. I'll probably need more pipes than this, though. So that will lead to the different dog treats. Here you go, Yoda. This will lead to the carbon dioxide tank. In case I want to use the carbon dioxide later, like for a pressurized greenhouse or something like that. And then just to make it look identical, I'm going to have the tank fill in the same sort of section that the oxygen one is, but it's going to face this direction instead. So then that's going to go down to the input, and then the output for unfiltered is going to go to a passive vent. Let's set that up quick. Also, new coffee. Yeet. Why don't I want to combine them? So I don't want to combine them because the amount of power that they output is regulated by the APCs. And if I combine them, there's the possibility that my base draws more than 5 kilowatts. And if that happened, these cables would burn out and I would have a short. So it's not good to combine them for that reason. Because you'd burn your cables. The small cables can only hold 5 kilowatts. The heavy cables, these guys, can hold 100 kilowatts. But they require gold to manufacture, so they're a little bit more expensive, which is why I don't typically use them. So you have to make sure that you keep your network separate, or you run into blowing out and destroying all your cables. And then it's really annoying, because then you have to figure out where it's shorted, which could be a wild goose chase. I need to move that ladder. It's going to be annoying. So let's get this painted yellow and then stick a filter in it. Oh my god, I'm You are going to get so destroyed right now. I could put the ladder here instead. Just move it over one. I'm going to do that now before I lose my mind. I hate ladders. I guess at this point I can actually put stairs here, but if I put stairs here I won't be able to walk around. So it will have its own... It will be annoying in a different way. And this is why I'm hesitant to take on big projects, because they take a long time. I'm glad you're happy you're here for the stream. I'm always happy to be streaming stuff that the community wants to see. This was the runner-up this week, but yet I stream it anyway. So what do I need to do? I need carbon dioxide filter. I probably don't need more than one, because it's not a filter that's going to be used very often. It's going to be used just periodically when I'm dumping my waste tank. And let's get plugged in. And of course, I'm one cable shy. Alright, so now if I turn this on, the way this works is my waste tank
critical
gets pulled through the filter, the carbon dioxide gets stored in the carbon dioxide tank, and then everything else just gets dumped. All the non-carbon dioxide just gets dumped out to the base through this vent. So this is just a way to store carbon dioxide, but there's basically no carbon dioxide on Europa outside of what the furnaces produce, which would be unbelievably hot carbon dioxide. So there's really, the only reason I'm storing carbon dioxide is so in the future at some point maybe I set up a way to capture carbon dioxide from the furnaces to store it for the base. But carbon dioxide is used to plant crops, so that's the only reason I'm like keeping it. This here is a nitrogen fill, which I don't think I'm going to do atmospherics for nitrogen. It's just not something I'm interested in. And this waste tank is now emptied. So I can bring it back and turn this off. So all I need to do for the water tank here is to hook it up. I don't think I'm actually going to change this station at all unless I'm told to at a later time, because I just want to be done with this. So now this is a water storage tank. And if you want me to improve upon this system, you could vote on it. Otherwise, I'm going to leave it alone and work on something else. I'm going to call this done for now. So put away the pipes. What was this tank? Anyway, I don't even remember. It has a little carbon dioxide in it. I'll shove that through the waste tank system. Alright, so proposed projects. And Moxance, thanks for the resub. I appreciate it. Use channel points to propose projects so that I can keep a running log of the ones proposed. So is Yoda Cam really not working? What's going on with that? Yeah, I guess it isn't. I guess that piece of software broke on me. Okay, I'm going to pause that so that people don't bother trying to redeem it. Save you some points. And those that tried to redeem it, I'm going to refund you. So apologize for that. The one day I didn't have enough time to test the software breaks, because of course. Alright, so to complete this system, I want paint it the correct color. Well, that's not really supposed to be yellow because it's not carbon dioxide coming out of that, but whatever. It's good enough. And then floor grate. Thought I had more floor grates than that. So what do I need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 grates. Oh, here's 4. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm near out of iron too. All right, looking good. So here's a spare waste tank, and I'm gonna label it as... Actually, I think...
Waste tank.
Yeah, waste tanks aren't even labeled to begin with, so I don't need to label it. Just having it be yellow will make it obvious what it's for. So I have spare waste tank, spare oxygen tank, and storing water, carbon dioxide, oxygen. Yeah. Basic atmospherics, but it works. Mock, I don't know how to do that. I don't think there is art, so I'm going to refund you. So, let me start typing these up. We have got build a fridge. Build a trade station. Expand the power grid. Add food processing. Build a kitchen. Pressurize ogre tunnel. Work on mountain penthouse. All right, we'll vote on those. I'm gonna refund those that suggested things, so you didn't even spend anything on it, because that's how I roll. And get you to pick your projects now. Oh, 1%. Here we go. Just eat it. It wouldn't be a terrible idea for me to get farming again. So, or at least have the hydroponic basins laid out. So I'm gonna get those laid out now. And I'm mixing insulated pipes and non-insulated pipes, which is going to be confusing. There we go. Let me... What is that, 2? Let me get rid of these 2. Just 2 arbitrary pipes there. So So I can use up a stack of insulated ones. Okay, so we have farming, if we want, back up and running. These hydroponic trays should be just fine. Ooh, look, lovely. We've got some decayed food. So that would be normally composted, but I don't have a composter at the moment. Raw potato, yum. And I believe that this grow light still hits all of that, so I don't even really need to move the grow light. But I do like the slightly more open... Oh, yeah, that's going to be a problem, ain't it? Mm-hmm. Okay, let's fix that. Let's fix that while you vote. Okay, it's connected up again. How many times have I set up this daylight sensor? Every single one. This is vert. This is horizontal. Done. Oh, that is backwards. Cool. Just to make sure that the plants are set up, I'll plant a tomato. And it's healthy and growing. Cool. More puppy treats? You've never heard those logic chips? Yeah, they grind away like they're calculating. It's a neat little noise. Of course, now I don't hear them. But, yep, they do make noise. Looks like we are going to be building a trade station. So for that, what do we want? We want a computer and a communications motherboard. A landing pad. It's a project. A fun one. So electrum and silver. I actually don't have silver, so I'm gonna have to go smelt some. Hey, Vec. How's it going? It's going pretty good, man. It's going pretty good. I am 3 streams into playing Stationeers on the hardest difficulty, and I haven't croaked yet, which is weird, because, you know, it's Stationeers, it's buggy, and it's trying to kill me all the time. How's it going for you? I have lurked some of your recent streams. Figure out if there's anything I want to myself pursue. Any games you've played recently that you're like, oh wow, this is way more fun than I thought it would have been? Alright, there's my silver. Alright, as I walk away from here, I'm going to dump the waste gas out of the chamber so it's empty next time. So for trade, we need a landing pad and a station and a vending machine. Oh, and I guess there's a storming coming because my alert light is yellow. So we have got... Oh, we don't have a lot of time. It doesn't always give you like a 10 minutes or whatever. Sometimes it's pretty random. So, let's see here. For the trade station, what are we going to need? Well, we'll need that communications that I had. Man, there's so much scrolling to be done. All the rockets, cable fuses. So we'll need a computer. Are the systems actually complex? Yes, they are complex. We'll need a communications motherboard. I guess, are you able to do it with a laptop yet? I haven't actually used a laptop, so maybe, maybe not. We will want a vending machine. So I need gold and solder. Well, I have solder. I need more gold for that. So I'll print that up later. We're also going to want a landing pad. And then I'm going to want to put a lot more frames outside so that I can actually land and stuff. With the storm coming in, I might as well use extra power. So I'm turning on some of the heaters that I have in the base because I'm not going to be able to go outside for a bit. And then I'm also going to plant all of my tomatoes. Risky, yes, because, you know, I could run out of tomatoes. But I'm going to do that anyway. So let's put this stuff here. And we have 40 seconds till the storm. I want a baked potato. Yeah, IC is integrated circuits. So as part of the rules of this series, I'm not doing any integrated circuitry, but I can use logic chips. So you'll see that, like, I have a lot of logic chips controlling solar panels and the like. So this is all math to control the solar panels so that my solar panels aim at the sun. So, yes, there's a lot of complexity. Oh, and there goes all the efficiency of these solar panels. All 21 watts. Nice. The Energizer Bunny would be very sad. But yeah, there's a ton of complexity built into the game. There's even a programming language that you could learn called MIPS. It's a real programming language. Hey, stop that. That is incorporated into the game, so yeah, it's complex. We also are going to want a satellite dish, and that requires smelted nickel. So I need gold and nickel. Let me add that to the goals up top. Build a trade station, mine gold and nickel. Yeah, I've studied MIPS when I was in college as well, but it's been a while. Oh, why do I have two different stacks of Constantin? Let's combine those. So I need the satellite dish, and then the other thing I'm going to want is just a whole lot of steel frames to be able to put this stuff on. I'm going to put... Oh, man, I need iron, too. Let me add that to the list. Mine gold, nickel, iron. Because I have 6 iron left. That's not going to be enough. Oh, I actually have nickel. Let me remove that from the list. That should be enough nickel. We'll just have to smelt this. So I'll stick this in my belt to smelt. And the cobalt can be put away. Right, this steel We'll go to frames. And I'm going to need maybe 12 frames or so. Don't forget to check the tomatoes for seeds. Yeah, they haven't grown yet, but good call. I also should check how warm... Oh, God, this oxygen got a little hot. Let me pull in some cold oxygen to offset, because it's not obviously automated. So I'm just going to wait until this hits a roughly 25 or so, which is base comfortable. There. Okay, off. Nine, so 3 more. You have 3 hours in the game. Are ICs too expensive to use them for basic things that require basic circuits? No, but you will need to set up computers to program the integrated circuits, and that's something that you might not have at the start of the game. Integrated circuitry is not expensive in game, but like knowing how to use them isn't exactly self-explanatory. So if you're really, really, really new in the game, avoid them. And actually, in this series, I'm not using them at all, so, you know, it's a good one to learn on because I'm not incorporating them whatsoever. I set up, like, solar tracking logic without them, for instance. And they're even more... They tend to be more power efficient than logic chips because each logic chip uses power. So for complicated things that require a lot of logic, you use more power through basic logic chips than you would for integrated circuits. But I just don't want to explain how to code MIPS on stream because, like, I'm not a software development teacher. I'm not a computer science teacher, so that's why I have the rule of, like, don't use MIPS. Because it, you know, it is a lot of... It's basically just computer science. Alright, so I have my tomato seeds, so even if I aren't here to babysit the rest of the tomato plants, I have enough seeds to replant. This storm is over, so I can go outside. I might want to stick around close enough to get the seeds off these. Oh, are these? No, they're not seeding yet. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep the landing pad, the computer, and the console in here, and I'm going to go out and lay down the framework for where the trade is going to happen. Did the ogre ever get unbugged? Not. Oh, crap. Not that I know of, because my ogre is still messed up. It never dumped anything that it was supposed to. And I have an ogre in my basement that I can show you in a second, because I used it like last week and it didn't work. That sounds weird. I have an ogre in my basement? Technically correct. Excavate a little bit so I can actually see where I'm placing the landing pad. I have the mine set on flatten. If you want to change the mining type, you have to hit R, and it allows you to access what kind of mining you're going to be doing. So flatten allows you to make a flat terrain, which is very helpful for around the base. And if you do end up digging a hole, there is a terrain manipulation tool which you can make, which allows you to place terrain back. But it's a little finicky, so it's best if you don't deform the terrain around where you live, because putting it back takes considerable effort. It's easier just to not, not ruin your terrain around your base to begin with. can't necessarily remove all of the ice from under the frames, but as long as it's walkable, that's all I really care about. Yeah, you want to see my ogre in my basement? I'll show you. I'll show you my ogre. My one-eyed ogre. It only goes in one direction, but boy, does it know how to bore a long tunnel. Come on, man. Alright, there we go. So, all that I have left now is to place a few more frames, and probably not going to get back to those tomato plants in time. We'll see. If I don't, it's not the end of the world. I don't really care about a few tomato seeds. There will be more. So the landing pad is enormous. Also, I learned the hard way, don't stand under the ships when they land. They will squish you. You will die. I'll see if I can get to the seeds in time. I did. Oh, I have too many seeds. I don't even really need the tomatoes, so I'm not sure why I planted them. Oh, hi, potato. Baked potato. Our base is 25C. That's warm enough. That's actually perfect. Very temperate. So let's go ahead and mine the... I'll build the stuff that I'm bringing out now, and then we'll go mine the iron and the gold that we need to complete the project. Stairs? Yeah, I can bring the stairs. Wherever they are. Wait, I have a spare solar? Oh, man, I didn't even know. Note to self, build that later. My stairs are... No? Are they over here? Yeah, they are. Here you go, buddy. So you want to see the ogre? And then I'll go for gold and iron. I think I only wanted the iron, but I needed the gold. Hey, cool Mike. Thanks for the bits. I will put my stairs here. Walk in there. Good. So the ogre's over here. The bugged ogre. I could have gone through the airlock, but I bored a hole here. This is my broken ogre. That doesn't work, but it did make a pretty good hole. It just didn't give me any resources once it was done, because it doesn't work. Bye, ogre. I'll let it go drilling, because I don't care. I got the power. So, landing pad is massive, like I said. So we're going to stick the landing pad here. Make sure that the data and power ports face the base. I didn't bring the steel sheets out, but the data and power ports will be here. And then we're going to want a satellite, a vending machine, and a computer. So I'm just going to stick the computer here because I don't want it in my inventory. Oh, I also need to smelt the nickel, but let me go get gold and iron. So AU and FE. Also wouldn't be terrible to get a few more... Oh, I'm set on flatten. A few more volatiles because I was kind of low. There we go. That's the volatiles I need. Okay, there's some AU. Get a bit of silver for pills, too? Yeah, if I see silver out here, I'll grab it. Argentum. You know, I believe Argentina is the only country named after an element. Because I don't want to have to come back out here for gold later on. I'm just going to hit this whole node, get about 100. 100 should be good for now. Or whatever this node yields. My wish list is would be able to remove the nodes from the overlay once you're done, to hide them. Because seeing them when they don't actually exist is not very user-friendly. Geography 5X. Yeah, you're welcome. Argentum. And here's another one, which I'm sure many of you know. Plumbum, or lead, is where we get the term plumbing. So I got my gold, just need my ferrous, my iron, wherever it is. Copper. Should be iron here. And then we'll get the vending machine. So you can have a refrigerated vending machine if you're trying to sell foods to the trader. But I don't really, you know, I don't even have a refrigerator, so I'm not going to bother with refrigerated storage, because that's just a bit more complex than I need. Let's go with 10. Plenty of heat on this one. Tablets are pretty good to sell to traders. I'm not looking to make a profit or anything. It's just you guys voted that I build a trade station, so I'll build a trade station. Show you how it works. More as a demo than as a way to make credits. Right, put the gold... Actually, let me put the iron in first. Gold is a little bit less fussy. I also have to remember to put the nickel through. I should have a window, but I was too poor or too cheap to make one to know when I'm done putting ores through. Alright, that's done. Nickel. And Smelting is done. Not too painful. Dump the waste gas, and in we go. Some choice words for the lead dev in chat here. Rip. I'm not going to touch that. This, however, is not a sponsored stream. It's just not that I can't speak about how I feel. It's just that it's not productive to. Maybe you guys will vote for a refrigerator next, but if you don't, or a kitchen for food processing, but I'll have a lot of tomatoes spoiling if you don't. I don't really care if they spoil, because I can always plant more. It doesn't take a lot of effort, as you can see. So what was I doing? Making the satellite dish, which requires copper, solder, and steel. Wait, I thought... No, I put my steel in here. I was like, I'm pretty sure I had steel. I made 400 of it. And solder. That'll take a while. Kitchen, kitchen, kitchen. Yeah, if it's proposed. We'll see what's next. I also need 2 steel sheets in order to make the landing pad, I think. Let me double check on that. Landing pad. 2 steel sheets, yep. Can you add silver like this? Yeah. So I don't need more silver for the pills. I could use my ore or ingots, I think. Maybe. I will take a fresh roll of duct tape, though. Alright, here is the satellite dish. Does the satellite dish require stuff to construct? Probably, right? No? Okay. It's been a while. It's been like a year since I made one, so I had to check. And then, vend. Electrum. God, that's a lot of Electrum. Jesus. 50 Electrum? For a vending machine? What about the refrigerated one? You know what? 80? Blah. Wow. Okay. We'll go with the not 80 Electrum. That is, that's pricey, man. Jeez. Rich for my blood. Oh, I should have popped the steel out of there so I could make the steel sheets too. More puppy treats. Yes, indeed. And Knoxville, thanks for the resub. Cool Mike for bits. Alright, so the vending machine, does that require stuff? I can't even tell. No. So 2 steel sheets and we're good to go. So the trade, I should explain what it does and why to get it. It allows you to sell stuff to your credit card, this thing here, in your jumpsuit, and then to buy things from the traders. But it also requires you to angle satellite dishes to communicate with the traders, and then they just arrive and they slam on your lining pad and crush you if you're standing there. So let's go ahead and set up. I don't actually think I want the computer here. I'm going to put the satellite dish down first. So the satellite dish is what you use to control the to, you know, communicate with them. And you use these dials to control the angle of the satellite dish. Also, I believe, and it's been a while, but I believe it requires it, like, you can't have it nested underground or whatever. It has to have a clear path to sky, I think, is a requirement. So the computer here will go... what you want to do is you want to have a computer so that you can actually see the satellite dish and the dials at the same time, so that you can control the dials and see the connection board. So that's kind of important. So this configuration will allow me to do it relatively easily. And then the last segment of this is a vending machine, which allows you to sell and buy. So I'll set the vending machine up. Where's the... Okay, the interface is here. I guess that's fine. You stick things that you want to sell in the back, and then it comes out the front where you can vend it. So this is the very crude setup, but it will do. I don't think I'm going to have enough cables, though. Maybe. Thank you for tuning in to Stationeers Europa, which originally streamed live on Twitch April 26th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below, but please keep in mind that I'm not looking for game suggestions, as I played this with the no backseating tag enabled. If you'd like to chat with me on my gaming community, Rhadamant.com, or the description of this video have a link to Discord. If you'd like to catch a live stream, Rhadamant.com or Twitch has my schedule. Thank you so very much for watching. A special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel. I'll have to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Stay warm out there, fellow Europans.